Coach Greedle and his squad are absolutely not going away. They've got a plethora of dudes coming back this year.
This is going to be a really good team because they have a lot of the elements, a lot of talent on this team.
The Bastrop Bears, a team loaded with talent on both sides of the ball heading into the 2025 season.
The Bastrop Bears waited 15 years between district championships, dethroning Liberty Hill in an epic finale to the 2024 regular season. But tonight, a chance to defend that title, something Bastrop hasn't done since 2002, and even more impressive, an opportunity for the school's first unbeaten regular season since 1991. From Jeff Walker Field at Panther Stadium, it's the 8th-ranked Bastrop Bears against the Liberty Hill Panthers. My name's Jake Herman. So glad you joined us here on Vype Live and the KView Plus app tonight. This one promises to deliver some major fireworks. Two teams who work in different ways, but both cruise through District 11 5A D2 to set up this regular season closer that, just like most of the pundits predicted, will decide the outright district champion. The Panthers and Bears are walking into their tunnels, getting set to take the field in front of a grandstand that's starting to pack in here at Jeff Walker Field in Liberty Hill. The atmosphere was crazy on the way in. Folks lined up into the parking lot watching the bands, the smell of barbecue. It's a perfect 70-degree night with temperatures falling, with the intensity rising. The Panthers taking the field to the applause of those who have become accustomed to seasons like this. Liberty Hill 7-2 overall, 6-0 in district play. But Bastrop comes into this one 9-0 overall, 6-0 in district play. Fourth-year head coach Jake Greedle and his team trying to defend their district title. And as the Bears get set to take the field, led out by a senior class that went 1-9 as freshmen. Of course, some of their best guys were up on varsity out of necessity. It was just 2 years ago that Bastrop was dealt an 81-31 defeat at the hands of Liberty Hill. But oh, how times have changed. The Bears becoming one of the rising powers here in Central Texas. Started the season ranked number 18 in Dave Campbell's Texas football poll. And they have shown an even higher ceiling than I think some outside of Bastrop would have ever predicted. And there they go. In front of the visiting stands, the Bastrop Bears take the field in search of a district title defense and a perfect regular season. We'll tell you much more about these two teams and get you all set for this district championship game at Liberty Hill. But first, my conversation from earlier this week with the Bears head coach, Jake Greedle.
Jake Greedle joins us now. Coach, what were your thoughts after what was a big statement win over Pflugerville on Saturday?
I thought our kids handled the adversity well. Obviously, you never want to go into a game and have to wait for a game and then have to cancel a game to then come back to play the game. And so, at the end of the day, we can't control what's out of our control. But what we could control, I thought our kids handled really well. And so that was kind of our message to the team last week was, hey, we're going to handle this better than them. We're going to handle the adversity better, and we're going to come back tomorrow and, execute our plan. And that's what happened. And so it was really good to see our kids do that. It was really good to kind of see them just be able to stay locked in, especially on Halloween, when kids can go out and dress up and, be out late. And then, they kind of locked in and said, this Halloween is for the game, and so they were able to lock in and come back on Saturday, and so it was really encouraging to see.
Yeah, it was also senior night for a group that you told me last week really changed the culture of your program. What did that game mean for your seniors?
Yeah, I think it was a big moment for them. Again, like they were 1-9 as freshmen, and now to be sitting here 9-0 and have an opportunity to be perfect is a big deal. And so, it's a testament to just their work ethic and the hours and days and workouts and practices and everything they've done in between to get to this point. And so, kind of honoring them is a big deal because they've made all this happen.
So what's your team's mindset now coming into a game like this that will decide the district for a second year in a row against these guys?
Yeah, I think it doesn't change. Our mindset all year has been to be the best team that week. And so, our team set a goal this year to be undefeated in the regular season. And so that being said, every week when we meet as a scouting report early in the week, the message is the same. If being perfect is important, then this is the most important game of the year. And that's the message we've carried in every single week. And so going into week 11 and having a chance to go 10-0, the message stays the same of, being perfect is important, and this is the most important game of the year. And it's not about Liberty Hill. It's not about what they do and who they are. We know they're a really good team. They're Liberty Hill, for goodness gracious. I mean, they're one of the few teams in the state of Texas that don't get beat very often, And so, we know that we've got to play well, but our focus this week has been on us. How do we play well? How do we prepare well? How do we execute well? How do we play with violence, physicality within the rules of the game, and execute our plan? And so, message hasn't changed. The mindset hasn't changed. Just maybe a bigger game to the outside public. To us, it's, Liberty Hill is the best team we're playing this week, so they deserve our best.
You've got a defense this season that has really thrived on creating takeaways and making game-changing plays. How will they be able to do that against kind of the unique style of the slot T offense that Liberty Hill brings in?
Yeah, it comes down to physicality. It comes down to discipline. What Liberty Hill does on offense is unique because you don't see it very often anymore, especially at this level. I think when you get into the smaller levels of 2A, 3A, 4A, you see it a little bit more, but you don't see it at this level. And then obviously they've kind of reinvented it with the speed and tempo at which they do it. And so for us, it's, the message is really simple. After every play, reset and read your key. Like, read your key. The key takes you to the ball. And then, if your eyes are right, you've got a chance to be right. It's when you get lost in the backfield action and emotion and all that stuff is when they can hurt you. Read your key and then be physical. And so, we've got to win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. If you beat Liberty Hill, it's because you've won the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and that's what we have to do.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Jake Greedle, the reigning District 11 5A D2 Coach of the Year. Last time Bastrop defended a district title, he was just in 6th grade back in the year 2002. He has built this Bastrop program up, and they are 4 quarters away from making some more history. But the challenge in front of them tonight is a big one. The Liberty Hill Panthers, who have won multiple playoff games in 6 of the last 7 seasons. Their theme this year, according to first-year head coach David Seaborn, is back for blood. And tonight, they are looking to avenge a 35-31 loss they suffered to the Bears in the regular season finale at this time last year. The captains head to midfield for the coin toss. Christopher Esparza is the referee. And while they figure out who will get the football first, we'll let you hear from our friends at E3 Wealth who helped make this show possible.
For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together.
Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Most accountants look back at last year. Most advisors won't talk taxes at all. At E3 Wealth, we focus forward on what's possible. Every dollar you don't send to Uncle Sam is a dollar you can invest, enjoy, or pass on. That's why we build proactive tax strategies for today and tomorrow. Don't pay more than your fair share. Contact E3 Wealth in Bastrop today at 512-549-3931 or by email at info@e3wealth.com. Go Bears!
Well, folks, here we go. A game that both of these schools and many around the region had circled all season long and all off season long. Set to begin right here on Vype Live. Liberty Hill won the toss, elected to defer, and that'll put the Bastrop offense out on the field first. My name's Jake Herman, Harley Hudson alongside on camera and on the production duties today. And we thank you for joining us wherever you are around the state, around the region, maybe even around the world. Putting it on the tee for Liberty Hill is Luke Bardo and Gary Jefferson Jr. back to return. And Isaiah Regalado alongside him for the Bears. A game for the district title between Bastrop and Liberty Hill is underway from Panther Stadium. And the opening kickoff sails out of bounds. Not sure if that was by design for Bardo, but he wanted no part of Gary Jefferson Jr. there. And so the Bears will get prime starting field position for a prolific offensive unit. 63 points per game on the season, on pace for a school record. 280 yards a game through the air, 205 on the ground, and that's with plenty of running clocks in the second half. Weston Nielsen is the junior quarterback at the controls, who's completed 66% of his passes for a shade under 2,500 yards, 37 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions this season. He diced up the Pflugerville Panthers for 6 touchdowns through the air on 16 of 22 a week ago. He's flanked by Jefferson Jr. and takes the snap, fires to Zach Wilkinson out of the slot. He sheds one tackle and spins for a gain of about 3 yards. He's brought down on the edge by Hunter Sims, the defensive tackle for Liberty Hill.
Nielsen's pass complete to number 17, Zach Wilkinson, good for 4 yards.
Wilkinson is the second leading active receiver at the moment for the Bears. Team still without Dallas Crescenzo, who picked up an ankle injury in the win at Connell. On second down, it's Jefferson Jr. up the middle. And he is going to be brought down after a minimal gain at about the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Liberty Hill defender had a helmet come off on the play. That is the helmet of Sims. Spencer Ballou, the junior linebacker, gets the credit for the tackle. One of 2 all-district linebackers on this outstanding Liberty Hill defense. Forcing an early 3rd down and 4 for Bastrop. They have to get to midfield. Nielsen, good protection, out to the flat, it's caught. First down, Bears, it's Diego Rangel at the Liberty Hill 48-yard line. This is what Bastrop will do, spread you out 4 wide almost every play, and Nielsen able to pick out his junior target, Diego Rangel, who has really improved over the course of this season. At the 48, the Bears working now with some tempo. Nielsen, quick out. That's caught again. No, it's dropped. Rangel had a chance for a 6 or 7 yard gain, but it went through his hands and incomplete. So it's second down. Rangel, who has done a great job separating all season long. If there's been one knock on Diego's game, it has been that. He's had a couple of touchdown catches slip through his fingers this season. Nielsen will look for him early and often here tonight. Second down. Nielsen out to the left side. And that ball is caught for a short gain, but thrown down quickly on the play was Wilkinson. DJ Seaborn came up to make the stop.
Nielsen's pass complete to number 5, Brent Carter.
And I beg your pardon, it was Brent Carter who made that grab. He picks up 3 yards to set up a 3rd down and 7 with 10.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Opening drive here for the Bears. Adrian Martinez is in the ball game at receiver. He splits out wide to the top of your screen. Trips to the near side with Carter, Wilkinson, and Rangel. Nielsen rolls that way. Under pressure. He throws, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Brent Carter. The coverage came from Jack Pitchford, the free safety for Liberty Hill. So now a decision coming for Coach Greedle and the Bears. It is 4th and 7 on the Liberty Hill 45 with 10:19 to go in the first quarter. And Bastrop is going to do something they have seldom done this season, and that is bring out the punting crew. Caden Laney will be the one ready to boot it deep.
Playing for Bastrop, number 88.
Liberty Hill not necessarily buying the punt. They're up near the line, protecting.
Back deep for Liberty Hill, number
Pitchford
7,
is deep, but Laney does send it away. And a wobbly kick will land inside the 10 and take a great Bastrop bounce, tumbling down to the 6-yard line. And Caden Laney does his job on special teams by pinning the Panthers back deep. So, our first look tonight at the Liberty Hill slot T offense. One that they became known for under Coach Vance. That legacy continued under Coach Walker. And now David Seaborn takes over. He was a defensive coordinator a year ago, 5 years on the Liberty Hill staff. He came in and said, if it's not broke, I'm not going to fix it. The slot T offense staying a constant for Liberty Hill. 479 rushing yards per game. They have 62 touchdowns on the ground this year, only 2 through the air. They hurry to the line, and on first down, it is Muchaw right up the middle for a gain of 3 yards. Bryce, one of several guys who will carry for Liberty Hill this year, in this game I should say. Preston Benefield, Bryce Byrne, and Dylan Balinga among them. Now a flag flies on 2nd down.
Tackled by number 44,
as Austin Moylan makes a stop. This play blown dead though, with the ball in Muchaw's hands out in the flat. Something not right there for Liberty Hill, unless Bastrop jumped offside. Such a unique offense to try and slow down from the Bastrop perspective. As we wait the call from our referee. And looks like the foul did go against the Bears on that play. They moved the ball 5 yards forward from the line of scrimmage. Coming off the field right now is Isaiah Cravens. That's the strong end for Liberty Hill.
On the play was offsides.
It was an offside foul.
Results in a first down. Liberty Hill.
With the slot T system, Liberty Hill will rotate their offensive line around on any given play. Cravens is the strong end. Daniel Simpson, the strong tackle in all district linemen, as is Webb McWilliams, their strong guard. Jet Harrison anchors that unit, their all-state center. Keegan Jeschke, the quick guard, and Ty Rampy, the quick tackles. Will keep the wheels moving for Liberty Hill against the Bastrop Bears defensive front that has just been unforgiving to opponents all season long, led by number 55, Tiki Hola in the middle. Kenyon Moore joining him up front at defensive tackle. Regalado, Benoit, and Kirchmar making up the front. It's a give here to Balinga, and he gets to the outside. Dylan Balinga out across the 35-yard line and pushed out of bounds by Willie White for a gain of 19 yards and a first down.
Number 2, Dylan Balinga carries.
Balinga has over 1,000 yards rushing this year. His first carry a week ago against Crockett went for a 52-yard touchdown. So that one goes for 19. On 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Freed gives, and this is Benefield, slung down by Austin Moylan after a gain of 5 yards. Last year, Liberty Hill's longest run against Bastrop went for just 25 yards. That's a big win for a defense going up against this prolific slot T. Already 19 for Dylan Balinga on that carry to help Liberty Hill get out of the shadow of its own goalposts. Freed on 2nd down. And plunging to the right side for a gain of 4 yards. A first down for Preston Benefield, senior halfback who's run for over 700 yards this season himself. 7 returning starters on this Liberty Hill offense, as Balinga creased one up the middle and tripped near the 40-yard line. Some tempo here for the Panthers, as the all-district tailback Dylan Balinga is off to a nice start. They gave him 12 and a first down. They gave Chris Rockwell credit for the tackle. If he didn't trip up Balinga there, he might still be running into that purple end zone to which the Panthers are trying to score here in this first quarter. 8:25 on the clock. Give to the left side here, and bouncing off of bodies and staying on his feet all the way down to the 32-yard line that time goes Freed. He can keep it himself from time to time. The senior's only called his own number 10 times this year, but he put on muscle in the offseason. And Liberty Hill has a nice rhythm to this opening drive now, with 8 minutes to go first quarter after forcing a Bastrop punt to start off this game. Handoff this time goes nowhere, and in there on the stop is Moy Martinez. Muchaw, the fullback, got it, and may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Martinez, who's played in some roles since his freshman year, been an unsung hero of sorts for this Bastrop defense, in the words of head coach Jake Greedle. 2nd and 10, Freed gives, and Benefield picks his way for only about a 2-yard gain. So, 3rd down and 7, first real opportunity here for this Bastrop defense to try and get off the field. It's a Bears team that has only allowed 48 points in its 6 district games this season. That's 8 per game. And a defense that tends to kind of get stingier as the game goes on. On 3rd down and 7, Freed gives Balinga, looking for an edge right side, and he can't get there. Kenneth Hunt wrapped him up at the 26-yard line. It's 4th down and medium here for Liberty Hill. Hunt, the Del Valle transfer, has forced a couple of fumbles this year, but a big difference maker for this Bastrop defense. And we've got our first 4th down of the night for Liberty Hill. They need to get down to the 22-yard line on 4th and 4. Freed pitches out to the flat. Balinga cuts upfield and has the first down and more, spinning off tacklers inside the 20 before Moylan and Finley throw him out of bounds. Little pitch play out to the left side is enough for a first down. And Liberty Hill is into the red zone on its first drive of the night. Liberty Hill drive that started at their own 6 has already chewed up 4 minutes of clock. Halfway through the first quarter now with 6 on the timer. And the Panthers threatening at the 18-yard line. Freed on the give, right up the middle. It is Benefield for about 5 yards. Looks like they gave him about 4 there, I beg your pardon. And the Panthers back to the line quickly with tempo now. Up the middle, there goes Bryce Muchaw inside the 5. And the Bastrop defense is on its heels. You just know with these two teams, these opening drive scripts have been in the works for a long, long time. Bears have been practicing against this type of offense from their JV scout team for weeks. First down, it's a give. Benefield bounces off a tackle, skids free, and walks into the end zone for a Liberty Hill touchdown. Initial hole was plugged up by Case Benoit, but Benefield just able to pinball his way through. He's in from 3 yards away, and Liberty Hill has an opening drive touchdown of 94 yards. Bardo on for the PAT with 5:16 to go in the first quarter. He boots it through. And in front of a rowdy crowd here at Panther Stadium, the home-standing Panthers have jumped on top. We'll step aside for just a moment with Liberty Hill on top 7-0 in this district decider in 11-5 AD2.
The team at E3 Wealth has deep ties with the Bastrop community, including longtime Bastrop residents Mark Caldwell and Chad Benoit, along with Bastrop alum Joe Quartucci and Bastrop Hall of Fame quarterback Terry Taylor. They want to wish the Bastrop football team, along with all the other athletic programs, good luck this season. Go Bears!
Tire sales and services in Liberty Hill, located at 12404 West Highway 29.
Well, here we are on November 7th, the final day of the regular season for the Bastrop Bears. This is the first time they have trailed since halftime of the China Spring game, all the way back on September 5th. It has been 2 months since Bastrop has found itself trailing. Of course, they came back, climbed out of a second-half deficit to grab a victory in that one. But Liberty Hill, after forcing the punt on Bastrop's first possession, goes on a 94-yard march, punched in by Preston Benefield. As the angled kick fielded by Willie White at the 30-yard line. Chance for a return, oh my! He is blown up on the play by Preston Benefield, who scored that touchdown. And the Panthers have come out with some juice in this district decider.
To the 26-yard line, tackled by number 34, Preston Benefield. First and 10, Bastrop.
So the Bears will get the football at their own 26 to start this possession. Now will Nielsen and company answer that Liberty Hill touchdown march. 5:11 to go, first quarter. Panthers on top 7-zip. Gary Jefferson Jr. runs into a wall. And a little shoving after the play, too. Breaking in to plug the hole was Alistair Vallejo and his buddies. Vallejo is a Michigan commit, a 4-star defensive end, who's got 58 tackles this year. That was his 10th TFL.
Second out, 11.
He was last year's Defensive Lineman of the Year in District 11-5 AD2. And we will be calling his name early and often if things go right for Liberty Hill tonight. Nielsen on 2nd and 11. Under pressure, steps up. Rolls to his right, and he'll keep it. Sliding down across the 30-yard line with a scramble of about 6 yards. Weston can use his legs well. 300 rushing yards this season, but he's been very efficient with his rush decisions. 9 yards per carry. Jake Riedel says defenses don't respect his legs enough.
Correction, 5-yard gain, third down.
And he hopes that continues at least for one more game. 3rd and 6. Bastrop at its own 30 in front of a loud Liberty Hill crowd ringing cowbells. Weston has time. Standing in, nobody's open. He keeps, jukes by a man, and gets out of bounds with a first down and a late hit and a flag. He was shoved out of bounds late by Caden Cockburn after picking up the first down at the 37-yard line. Great athleticism in the open field that time by Nielsen. And then not a good play by Liberty Hill to push him out of bounds once Weston had given himself up. That will march the football across midfield to the 48-yard line of Liberty Hill. And it'll energize the Bears crowd, who is doing a pretty good job filling those far side bleachers. Of course, if you stayed home and you're watching with us on Vype Live, that's okay too. Jefferson Jr. motions to Nielsen's left. And now Carter moved in motion at the same time, and that's going to be a procedural penalty against Bastrop. 3:28 to go. And they actually got Zach Lurchin, the right tackle, for a flinch there. Could have called the illegal shift as well. 3:28 to go first quarter. Bastrop was just across midfield for the second time today. Now they'll have to back it up for first down and 15. The 8th-ranked team in the state looking to repeat as district champs. Nielsen on the keeper, thrown down for a big loss. Alistair Vallejo. There he is again. Already 2 tackles for a loss for the future Michigan Wolverine.
By number 56, Alistair
6'4", 300 pounds. He's drawn comparisons to Michigan greats already, and he's just in high school.
Second down, 22.
That is a huge loss of 7 yards on 1st and 15 to set up 2nd and 22 with under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Rangel, the motion man, and Nielsen sets up a screen. Wilkinson out near midfield, tripped up by number 11, Spencer Ballou. So they get a lot of the yardage back from the Vallejo play, but it's still 3rd down and 14 for Bastrop. They have to get down to the Liberty Hill 38. And listen to this crowd. Four-man rush. Nielsen steps up, throws a strike. It's Wilkinson for a first down at the Liberty Hill 36. On the run, Nielsen delivers a seed to his junior target. And Wilkinson able to hang on and cut upfield for just enough. On 3rd and 14, they get 16 and move the sticks.
Tackle by number 16, Carson Nielsen.
Under 2 minutes to go now, opening quarter. Bastrop looking to answer a Liberty Hill touchdown. Nielsen, good protection, steps up. Now takes off to his right, beats his defender to the edge before being forced out of bounds by Seaborn and Ballou. Scramble of 7 for Nielsen. His legs, just like Coach Greedle said, have been a big part of this game so far, and especially this drive.
Second down 3 from the Liberty Hill 29-yard line.
2nd and 3 at the 29. Jefferson Jr. up the middle, able to get skinny. Fit through an offensive line, crease created by Bowden and Williams.
Number 9, Gary.
And that'll move the chains. Riley Williams, the right guard, Braxton Bowden, the center. Mentioned Werchin already, the right tackle. Isaiah Walker-Lopez is one of the leaders down there, too, at left guard. Senior Aaron Barcenas is the left tackle for the Bears' offensive line. And that line has done a terrific job this season. One of the most improved offensive lines in this district. Nielsen out to the flat, throws to Wilkinson, and he jukes by his man. Flag flies as Wilkinson tumbles down inside the 2. And let's see if this play is going to stand for the Bears. If it does, it'll be 1st and goal. With 1:06 to go in the first quarter, a conversation here among the officiating crew. The flag came out downfield near the area where Wilkinson caught the football. And here it is.
There is no penalty for pass interference as the pass was caught within the line of scrimmage.
Well, they picked up the flag.
Sent to the play. First down.
Liberty Hill wanted offensive pass interference, but because the ball was caught at the line of scrimmage, whatever contact created Wilkinson's space was legal. And the officials come together, pick up the penalty.
From the 30-yard line.
And Bastrop has 1st and goal. Looking to tie up this ball game late in the first quarter. It's Jefferson Jr. off left tackle. He's in the end zone, untouched.
Gary Jefferson Jr.
And the Bears are an extra point away from knotting the score at 7.
Correction, touchdown.
So how's that for a response from a Bastrop perspective? Facing 3rd and long a couple of times on that sequence. Nielsen scrambled to pick one up, found Wilkinson multiple times on the drive, including another 3rd down conversion. And Andy Carbajal on to try and knot this game up. Low snap, kick is punched through the uprights, and we are tied at 7-7.
Andres Carvajal converts the
55 seconds to go first quarter. We'll step aside. You're watching Bastrop Bears football on Vype Live and the KView Plus app.
Bastrop 7.
For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com.
HTO and food trucks are on site and inside the gates of the field. Congrats from Food, HTO, and Snow Cover. Also have full stock concession stands on the north and south end of the stadium.
So, Gary Jefferson Jr. with touchdown number 21 on the ground, 27 in total in this stellar senior season for the Elgin transfer. He caps off a 74-yard march for the Bears to tie this ball game up at 7 apiece. 55 seconds to go first quarter. Jake Herman with you live from Jeff Walker Field. Jerry Vance Field at Panther Stadium in Liberty Hill.
Kick goes through the end zone. The first and 10 Liberty Hill from their own 25-yard line.
Velasquez kicks it through the end zone for a touchback. And so this Panther slot T offense will retake the field. 53 points per game, but they've scored 58 plus in every district contest this year, averaging 11 yards per carry for the season. And in their last game, they beat Crockett 63-6. Started the year 0-2. Losses to 6A Steel, 45-10 back on August 29th. And then an OT loss at Rouse on September 5th. Perfect sense. And whistles before the snap here. Looks like this drive is going to start with an offensive penalty.
Bastrop, offense. Number 49. No penalty, still first down.
That time they got Isaiah Cravens, who David Seaborn speaks very highly of, their strong end, for flinching early. It's a Liberty Hill offense with 7 returning starters from last year's district runner-up team. They beat Sam Houston in the by-district round of the playoffs, but lost 30-27 against Brenham in the area round. And on first down here, it is Muchal getting the penalty yardage back and then some to the 31-yard line.
Bryce Muchal carries for 11 yards, tackled by Caleb.
It's an 11-yard rumble. And so far, this Liberty Hill offensive front doing a good job of clearing space for its runners. So much deception involved in this slot team. Jake Riedel said his defense has to try and follow the guards tonight. Oftentimes, they tell you where the ball's going. Here it's going to Balinga on a toss right side. Flag flies. Balinga's free. Tackled by Chris Rockwell and Val Regalado after another chunk play of 15 yards. But let's see if it's coming back. No, it's offside against Bastrop. So that penalty will be declined. 11 seconds to play in the first quarter. Liberty Hill marching it back towards midfield again.
Liberty Hill from their own 46.
And let's see if the Panthers run another play before the quarter expires. It's winding now, under 9 seconds. And nope, they will just jog to the sideline. Greeted by a very enthusiastic head coach, David Seaborn. His guys struck the opening salvo in this district championship game with a 94-yard march, capped off by Preston Benefield's touchdown run. But Bastrop has since answered to tie this ball game up at 7 here at Jerry Vance Field in Liberty Hill.
For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com.
Second quarter of play getting underway here at Liberty Hill High School. Bastrop's defense, which has been so stout this season, looking for some answers here early, playing a prolific rushing attack. Liberty Hill and their rich slot T tradition causing problems here early. Gave up the middle here, and that's going nowhere. Tiki Hola in on the stop of Bryce Muchaw. Senior fullback picks up only 3. Right back to the line, 2nd and 7. Flags fly. That one looked like it was going to Preston Benefield around the pulling guards to the left side. But a false start will back the Panthers up. This was an issue for them early in the season, according to Coach Seaborn. He said they've gotten much better at cutting down on the penalties, improving on the margins, small details that can decide a game like this. 11:45 to go.
Liberty Hill 44-yard line.
Second quarter action here at Liberty Hill. And this time, Hola and Moylan converge on the ball. And Bastrop's defense a chance to flex its muscle. 3rd down and long upcoming.
Judafried carries forward 3 yards.
It was freed on the keeper, but because of the penalty, it is still 3rd down and about 8 here. 7-7 ball game, 11 minutes to go, second quarter. I formation, pitch to the right side, and trying to lean forward for 1st down yardage. That time was Pitchford. He didn't get there, but it does bring up a 4th down and manageable. Panthers are going to keep their offense out there. Pitchford, another weapon for Liberty Hill, who averages 19 yards per carry. That was his 21st of the year. He's almost got 400. Very explosive player who goes both ways. And now on 4th and 3, Freed gives Pitchford, and he's got the 1st down. Running angrily up the middle behind a big block from Webb McWilliams.
Number 7, Jack Pitchford carries for 7 yards.
Panthers just a stable of playmakers they can count on.
1st and 10, Liberty Hill from the
in this deceptive, fast-paced, and grueling slot T offense. It really tests your patience and discipline as a defense. Bears under the microscope here early. This is Muchaw falling forward for about 4.5 yards. Case Benoit and Austin Moylan combined to make the tackle.
Number 5, Bryce Muchaw carries for.
Right now, though, it is Liberty Hill getting a good push at the line of scrimmage, something Jake Greedle said. You just have to win if you're playing Liberty Hill. You have to win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football, really. But it is an offense that can make it a long day for you if you're not willing to meet their challenge. And now a pitch out to Balinga, the ball on the ground, and he falls back on it. Dylan Balinga was trying to run to the right side. He couldn't handle the toss from Freed. He fell right back on it wisely, but it's 3rd down and 10 after that loss of about 5.
3rd down 10 from the Bastrop 40.
So back at the 40-yard line now, 9:20 to go, and the Bears fans on the far side making some noise. Freed under center, pitches it to Pitchford, and he is brought down in the backfield by Austin Moylan. A TFL for the junior, who played as an edge rusher last year. This season, he's moved to the linebacker position and been really destructive to opposing teams' game plan. That's going to force Liberty Hill's first punt.
Running for the Panthers, number 1, Luke Bartow. Right deep. For the Bears, number 9, Gary Gibson Jr.
So, booting this one away is Caden Cockburn. It's a short kick that lands near a crowd of Panthers, takes a Liberty Hill home hop, and look at that. Rolls all the way to the 3-yard line. Outstanding special teams play. Cockburn answers the punt of Laney and pins them way back. And I beg your pardon, Cockburn listed as the punter, but that was Luke Bardo, the first team all-district specialist, who pinned him back deep.
Elgin 28, Navarro 7.
But despite the field position being tilted in Liberty Hill's favor. Bastrop gets the stop and takes over with 8:16 to go here in the second quarter. See what Nielsen and company can do. Weston, who Coach Greedle said forces defensive coordinators to change their game plans on the fly. He's able to see and diagnose things very well at the line of scrimmage. Challenge here backed up against his own end zone. Here Nielsen rolls right and gets tossed out of bounds for no gain on the play. Wanted a couple of options downfield, including Rangel and Martinez. Neither were open, and Nielsen just had to get out of his own end zone there and avoid disaster. Caden Cockburn made the tackle. He is the second leading tackler on this Liberty Hill defense with 71 on the year. Panther defense been really good as of late, giving up just 13 points per game in district, including 2 shutouts. They've got 13 takeaways on the year. Hunting one here. Nielsen zips one out to Wilkinson, who turns upfield across the 10-yard line, just shy of the first down. Ball's getting out quick for Weston Nielsen today, at least when he does release it. It's been a lot of looks towards the boundaries. Wilkinson makes his 4th catch of the night already. That one goes for 8 and sets up 3rd and 2. Third possession of the night for Bastrop. They punted on their opening series, scored on their last drive. And a whistle stops this 3rd and 2 play before Jefferson Jr. can get going. And it looks like a timeout was called by Liberty Hill's defense. So we'll take it with them. 8 minutes to go, quarter number 2. Tied up at 7 from Liberty Hill.
The team at E3 Wealth has deep ties with the Bastrop community, including longtime Bastrop residents Mark Caldwell and Chad Benoit, along with Bastrop alum Joe Quartucci and Bastrop Hall of Fame quarterback Terry Taylor. They want to wish the Bastrop football team, along with all the other athletic programs, good luck this season. Go Bears!
Back here on Vype Live and the KView Plus app, my name is Jay Kerman. Harley Hudson on camera bringing you these images. We're so glad to have you with us across the region, across the state tonight for a matchup with district title implications. The winner claims District 11 5A D2 outright. Bears playing for a perfect regular season here on the road tonight. And on 3rd down, Nielsen rolls right. Has time, lofts one deep for Jefferson Jr. It's in and out of his hands. And that brings up 4th down. Boy, what a play design. Gary Jefferson Jr. had a step on Avery Marklin, the safety. Nielsen made about as good of a throw as you can make right there. And Jefferson Jr. just unable to hang on. That brings up 4th down. Gary's a terrific receiver. He's got 400 yards through the air this year. But a lot of his catches have come on screens and flares and checkdowns. That was just a little wheel route, and it was there for the taking. Missed opportunity there for Bastrop. So on 4th down, Laney looks to flip the field. It's a high kick, fielded by Pitchford at about the 43, and he's drilled at the 32. So only a punt of about 35 yards. Pitchford gets a chunk back on the return. And so Liberty Hill, thanks to their special teams play and defensive stop, gets the football back in really good field position here. Not something the Bears have dealt with a lot this year. starting on the opponent's 32 here are the Panthers. 7:44 left to play in the second quarter. We're tied at 7. Liberty Hill will receive the second half kickoff. Little misdirection here, and it just goes up the middle after all, despite all the smoke and mirrors behind the play. It was Muchaw who's been the most frequent ball carrier tonight for Liberty Hill. That time he gets 2.
Muchaw carries 4.
Back to the line on 2nd and 8. Freed gives to Balinga, waits for the blocks, and gets out inside the 25-yard line. Austin Moylan brought him down 1 yard shy of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 7 for Dylan Balinga, the junior who moved to Liberty Hill from Cameroon in the 5th grade. Only spoke French, only played soccer. Now he says he loves football. 3rd and 1. Give to Muchaw. He stood up with Hola punching at the football, but they're going to give him the line to gain up at the 21-yard line. Just enough there on 3rd and short. Liberty Hill
Number 5, Bryce Muchaw
converts on 3rd down with 6:53 now left in the first half.
The 1st and 10, Liberty Hill from the Bastrop.
It's a Bastrop defense that thrives on creating big plays and takeaways. Jake Riedel said they can't force that tonight. They've got to take what the game gives them. As this one goes right into the point of attack. Big Tiki Hola, Moy Martinez, and Val Regalado combine to bring down Muchaw for a gain of only 1. So Bastrop doing a better job here protecting that A-gap. Liberty Hill not able to find as much success up the middle here as of late.
1 yard, 2nd down, 9.
Back to the line on 2nd and 9. This is Balinga on the take, and he is chopped down. Martinez went low, Arnold went high, and it's only a gain of 2 yards there. 3rd down and 7 coming up for Liberty Hill. Under 6 minutes to go.
Third down.
And they gave Chris Rockwell credit as well for that tackle. To move the chains, Liberty Hill has to get down to the 11. Motion man Pitchford. He gets the jet sweep. Running left. He's got the edge. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 5 by Cale Finley. First down for the speedster, Jack Pitchford, who spent some time at quarterback last year. Coach Seaborn called him a jack of all trades. His leadership so important to this Liberty Hill team, as are all of their captains, in the words of their head coach. And they are looking to take the lead right back here. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. This is Balinga on his feet, falling forward and in for a touchdown, Liberty Hill. A 6-yard score for Dylan Balinga. His 16th of the year, and Liberty Hill is back in front. Panthers take advantage of the outstanding field position and are able to punch it in. We've got a clock malfunction now. Clock reading 53:10. There we go, 5:31 is what it's supposed to say, and they've fixed it as such. On for the PAT comes Luke Bardo. Remember, it was Bardo's excellent punt from about midfield that pinned Bastrop in at its own 3. Setting up the complimentary football which led to that score. Extra point is good over the outstretched arms of Hola and through the uprights. And that'll make it 14-7 in favor of Liberty Hill. We'll step aside for just a moment. You're watching Bastrop Bears football on Vype Live and the KView Plus app.
For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com.
On your children at all times, and that you keep your children in the bleachers unless you want them out to such as names or the restroom. After this could be illegal. Or the restroom. Climbing off of the bleachers, running through the walls, jumping on the seats may be dangerous.
So the Panthers retake control. 14-7. 5.5 minutes to go. Quarter number 2. So far, back and forth game, much like last year's meeting was. A game that Bastrop won 35-31 at Memorial Stadium. Was their first district title since 2009. Bears would go on to beat Lanier in the first round of the playoffs, losing to Fort Bend Marshall in the area round. Overall, though, Bastrop has won 17 of its last 18 games, dating back to non-district play last year. Regalato's going to run this out. Looking for some space, right side, picks up a block or two, and Regalato gets himself towards the 25-yard line. And we've got some pushing and shoving behind the play. Spencer Ballou involved for Liberty Hill.
Isaiah Regalado returns the kick to the 24-yard line.
Things getting chippy between these two teams who have had each other in their sights for the better part of a year since that district decider a year ago. It is Liberty Hill looking to turn the page after a game last year where they felt like they weren't at their best. They weren't at full health for that loss to Bastrop a season ago. This year they feel like they're stronger. They've gotten better as the season's gone along. Looking to prove that tonight. As Jefferson Jr. stays on his feet, running right, jukes his way past the 35-yard line, and look at that, it takes 3 Panthers to push him out of bounds near the 40-yard line. That's the best run of this game so far for Gary Jefferson Jr. and a first down for Bastrop. He has made some explosive plays this season, unlike really any running backs Bastrop has had for a long, long time. And Jay Greedle said he brings it in every practice. It's like tackling smoke, according to the fourth-year head coach. This time, Nielsen keeps and cuts upfield, brought down by his ankle. Caden Cockburn made the stop after a 5-yard Nielsen run on the read option. Looked like an RPO design right there for the junior QB. He's made plenty of plays with his legs already in this one. Under 5 minutes to go, quarter number 2. Bastrop with the football, trailing by 7. Brent Carter, the motion man. He was the hero last year in this game. Nielsen looks deep, under pressure, runs right, and he's forced out of bounds. Back at the original line to gain. He looked like he was gearing up to take a shot there. Had Adrian Martinez and Zach Wilkinson down the field. But they were well covered. Liberty Hill's done a good job of preventing those big plays through the air so far tonight. And even though it's early, this feels like a big 3rd down and 6. 4:30 to go in the second quarter. Liberty Hill gets the ball to start the second half. Bears could really use a conversion here. Whistle here, and a false start against Bastrop. They got that one on the tight end, Carter, who's been so good as of late. 7 touchdowns over his last 3 games. He's really stepped up in the absence of Dallas Crescenzo for this Bastrop offense. The Purdue commit, who is still working his way back from an injury. Jake Greedle said Brent Carter's a game changer. He's now starting to believe that from that tight end H-back position. He's in the slot right now to Nielsen's right. Rangel, the motion man. Blitz coming. Nielsen sees it, but he can't spin free of it yet. And down he goes at the 32-yard line. Looked like Vallejo and Cockburn got there at about the same time.
Weston Nielsen sacked for the
And the aggressive play call from Rick Molina, the defensive coordinator, pays off, forcing a Bastrop punt.
4th down, 18.
4 drives now, 3 punts for this prolific Bastrop offense. Came into this game averaging 63 points per game. Coming up against a fiery defense in this first half thus far tonight.
Punting for Bastrop. Number 88, Tate Laney. Back deep for the Panthers. Number 7, Jack Pitchford.
Clock winding down to 3:40. Pitchford is the dangerous return man for Liberty Hill as Laney gets set to boot it. That time it's a great punt. High, angled, and fair caught at the 32-yard line. That was much, much better from Caden Laney, who gets a high five from the special teams coach, Anthony Brocadle. Liberty Hill, though, has a chance to really seize momentum here. Up by 7. They get the ball to start the second half, and there is 3:31 left to go in the second quarter. So this is a very, very important passage of play. If Liberty Hill can get to the break up 2 scores, they would get the ball to start the second half, and that could be so tough for Bastrop to overcome against this run-heavy offense in the slot team that can chew up clock in a hurry. On first down, that goes up the middle for a short gain. The quick guard, Jetschke, lost his helmet that time. And the ball carrier was Muchaw for
carries
only about a yard.
Tackled by number 9,
Maybe they gave him 2.
Regalado.
Defensive coordinator Quentin Harlan
Second down, 8.
relaying
From
the signs
35-yard line.
to Austin Moylan. Linebacker leading this Bastrop D. Back up the middle, and that pile's pushed backwards. Isaiah Arnold leading the charge for the Bears. In there to make the stop as well was number 48, Justin Lordizen. And that brings up 3rd down and 7.
Preston Biddeville carries for 1 yard. Tackled by number 48, Justin Lordizen. 3rd down, 7.
And on 3rd down and 7, it goes out to Balinga. On the edge, he's brought down. Outstanding play by Sam Diaz, the linebacker.
Dylan Balinga carries for 1 yard.
Mostly a special teamer over the course of the year. Actually, I beg your pardon, it was number 6, Chris Rockwell, not 16. And cognizant of the clock here, Jake Greenell's going to burn a timeout. He has now 2 left with 2:23 left to go. So that is a huge play for the Bastrop defense, able to stop Liberty Hill on a potential 3-and-out here, assuming the Panthers punt it away. And a chance for Bastrop to cut into this deficit before the half if they can take advantage of it. So important, according to Coach Greedle in this game, to set the edges. And if you can't set the edge, you need to stretch the edge. Liberty Hill, when they break their big rushing touchdowns, oftentimes it's when they're able to get around the edge and use their speed to win one-on-one battles with safeties like Rockwell. But that time, Rocco was able to get out there, stop that play before it got started, and force a Liberty Hill punt. 7:50, well, I should say 2:27 to go, 14-7 the score, and 756 of you watching with us here on Vype Live and the KView Plus app. So happy to have you with us. Here from Jerry Vance Field in Liberty Hill. Bardo gets the punt away. He went down late, but Liberty Hill's sideline is irate. I certainly looked from here like it was Bardo who jumped into Hola and fell down, and the referee is going to go give an explanation. I almost saw the head referee there. And tonight that is Christopher Esparza. Kind of give that flop signal like you'd see in a basketball game. He did not think that that contact warranted a penalty. Liberty Hill is arguing that they should have a first down. So at the 41-yard line, Bastrop will take over. This is their best starting field position today. And clock management becomes important here with 2:20 left on this clock in the first half. And off Jefferson Jr. up the middle. And he's able to duck through tacklers, but a flag flies in here in the area of either a hold or a face mask. Let's see.
There is a flag on the play.
Potentially pivotal call here in the waning moments of the half. Let's see who it goes on. Looks like Liberty Hill's going backwards. Could be against them for a face mask.
Personal foul. Defense, number 99. Face mask.
And that's exactly what it is. Ethan McMillan, the senior defensive end from Australia, picked up the face mask.
39-yard line.
Jefferson Jr. was able to stay on his feet through it anyway. And the Bears have it now at the 39-yard line of Liberty Hill. Ball's on the turf, and Jefferson Jr. trying to shovel it back in. Liberty Hill is going to pick this thing up. It's a fumble on a botched exchange, and coming away with the football is McMillan. The Panthers have it. Jefferson Jr. never quite controlled it, and now behind the play, Vallejo for Liberty Hill is collecting his things after he lost a helmet on that occasion.
Bastrop fumble recovered.
Jefferson Jr. tried to pick it up with one hand. I think
99.
That's a situation where
there is a flag on the play.
low man kind of won because while Gary reached out with a hand, McMillan pounced on it with his body, but then it came free again. Meanwhile, Vallejo has come to the bench a little bit gingerly for Liberty Hill here. So we'll keep an eye on that. Their impact player and defensive end, the Michigan commit, being looked at by the training staff.
Liberty Hill recovers the fumble.
And we've got a flag after the play.
Personal foul. Bastrop, number 70, unnecessary roughness.
And it's unnecessary roughness against Isaiah Walker-Lopez. So that adds some insult to the Bastrop miscue. The game's first turnover comes with a
2-minute timeout.
Comes with a short return from McMillan. And then a 15-yard penalty tacked on top. So Liberty Hill has it at the Bastrop 29 with a minute 56 to go in this second quarter. And the momentum has changed very, very quickly in this ball game now. We'll step away. 2-minute timeout. Hear from our friends at E3 Wealth here on Vype Live.
Most accountants look back at last year. Most advisors won't talk taxes at all. At E3 Wealth, we focus forward on what's possible. Every dollar you don't send to Uncle Sam is a dollar you can invest, enjoy, or pass on. That's why we build proactive tax strategies for today and tomorrow. Don't pay more than your fair share. Contact E3 Wealth in Bastrop today at 512-549-3931 or by email at info@e3wealth.com. Go Bears!
Now, what a turn of events after Bastrop was marching in Liberty Hill territory, looking to potentially tie this ball game before the half. A takeaway for this Liberty Hill defense, its 7th forced fumble of the year. And now they're in business at the 30. Malinga, stutter step left side, and he gets inside the 20-yard line, brought down by Cale Findley at the 18 with 1:50 to go. First down, Panthers back in the red zone.
Carries for 11 yards, tackled by number 44, Austin Moylan.
Moylan was in there to help trip him up as well.
18-yard line.
But it's been a good start to this one for Dylan Balinga, open for 50 yards rushing. And now it's Freed on the keeper. He lunges inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1. It appears here for Liberty Hill.
For 9 yards, tackled by number 6, Chris Rockwell. 2nd down, 1 to go.
Clock ticking down to 1:15. Each team has 2 timeouts. And we'll see how they decide to use them if the drive continues here. Freed on the handoff. This is a first down carry down to the 5-yard line.
Number 7,
Jack Pitchford.
4 yards and a Panther first down. Tackled by number 48.
1 minute and counting. Neither team using a timeout. And the clock is rolling here in the red zone. Liberty Hill, after forcing a fumble, looking to make this a 2-score lead before the break. They get the ball to start the second half. Give goes up the middle. Looked like Benefield, and he's only able to get a couple. Down to the 3-yard line. Time running, 33 seconds. Bastrop not going to use its timeouts. They're going to force Liberty Hill to do so. With 29 seconds to go.
Number 55,
Timeout. Liberty Hill.
One timeout remains for the Panthers, who seldom put the ball in the air. Freed's only thrown 9 passes this year. Completed 3 for 133 yards and 2 scores.
33 seconds up.
They are going to put 33 seconds up on the clock, granting 4 extra seconds for when that timeout came in. As we get a chance to catch our breath here, big moments here. These are the type of situations that can swing a close matchup like this. Liberty Hill team looking to avenge last year's loss on this same stage. Two teams perfect in district against everybody else for the last 2 seasons. Bastrop got over the hump last year with a 35-31 win. Liberty Hill on its home turf trying to avenge it. Handoff, Pitchford, he's in. Touchdown Liberty Hill with 30 seconds to go in the half.
4 yards for the Liberty Hill touchdown.
Three different ball carriers have scored. That's the 9th touchdown of the year for Pitchford. They take advantage of the Bastrop fumble. Second time today that Liberty Hill has cashed in with a short field. And they will go for 2 here. Trying to rumble forward for it is Mucho. I don't think he got there. And he is short. With a marker down.
There's a flag on the play.
Something the play is no good. During the play, offsides. Defense.
Bears were offside.
They'll be measured half the distance to the goal. 1 on time down.
So we're certainly seeing some patterns for this Bears defense, trying to get lined up correctly against this slot team, doing everything they can to get that edge to start to turn the trenches around in this ball game. So from 1 yard away, Panthers try to push it in, and they got there. Looked like a second effort was what it took. Benefield was able to stay on his feet.
Preston Benefield converts the 2-point conversion with 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Our score is Liberty Hill.
It is a 2-point conversion.
Bastrop 7.
And Liberty Hill is up by 15 at 22-7 with 30 seconds to go in the half. What a huge, huge turn of events from that fumble. And really, this is just not been a very Bastrop-like first half. They are usually the team that's out on the front foot, taking advantage of short fields and playing complementary football, much like they did in the 70-6 win over Pflugerville on Saturday. But tonight it is Liberty Hill from the special teams that set up good field position on their second touchdown score, to the defense forcing the fumble. Their last 2 touchdown drives have started at the Bastrop 32 and the Bastrop 29. The yards are not all that far off in this football game. Those little details adding up right now for a Liberty Hill team that now has its new largest lead. Bears have 2 timeouts and 30 seconds. We'll see how aggressively Jake Grudel will call these plays, with the first half drawing to a close. Bardo boots it through the end zone for a touchback, preventing any return chance that time for Regalado.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Bastrop from their own 25-yard line.
Bears have come back from down deficits at the half before. They were down 14 at the half at China Spring back on September 5th. Mentioned they did not trail in any game since, including a 70-55 win over Prestonwood Christian. Came into the year ranked number 1 in taps. And then smooth sailing ever since for a Bastrop team that has put up an average of 63 per game and at least 48 in every game. But tonight, 4 drives, 3 punts, just the 1 touchdown march capped off by a Gary Jefferson Jr. run. That came early in the second quarter. Nielsen steps back and he is dropped. The blitz came from Vallejo. Nielsen falls on the football, and that might as well do it for the first half. What a first half this has been for Alistair Vallejo. That's his second quarterback sack. He's also got 2 tackles for loss on running plays. Bastrop's going to have to find an answer for number 56 in black as they head to the locker room here at Liberty Hill. Listen to this crowd. It is the Panthers on top by a score of 22-7. They will receive the second half kickoff, and they are certainly in the driver's seat of this district decider through 2 quarters. We'll see how Bastrop can respond. We'll see if Liberty Hill can add on as we step aside for the halftime break here on Vype Live and the KView Plus app. We'll let you listen in and watch the Pride of the Lost Pines, as well as the Honey Bears drill team taking the field now for Bastrop. And when we return, we'll recap that first half, get you all set for the second. We're 2 quarters away from deciding a district champ in 12-5A, and Liberty Hill is large and in charge, up 22-7.
E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today. Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com. For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com. Most accountants look back at last year. Most advisors won't talk taxes at all. At E3 Wealth, we focus forward on what's possible. Every dollar you don't send to Uncle Sam is a dollar you can invest, enjoy, or pass on. That's why we build proactive tax strategies for today and tomorrow. Don't pay more than your fair share. Contact E3 Wealth in Bastrop today at 512-549-3931 or by email at info@e3wealth.com. Go Bears!
Jake Herman back with you. Second half, just over 2 minutes away here in Liberty Hill. Panthers, after forcing a punt on Bastrop's first series, would march 94 yards, really setting the tone for a good half for this Liberty Hill offense. They've got 191 yards on the ground, only 2 negative plays in this game so far. Their leading rusher is Dylan Malingo with 11 carries for 81 yards. He has one of their 3 touchdowns on the ground. Jack Pitchford and Preston Benefield scored the others. Meanwhile, Bastrop answered to make it 7-7 late in the first quarter, but was forced to punt twice and then fumbled, setting up a short field for Liberty Hill to tack on a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just before the break. We're going to hear from our friends at E3 Wealth and then come back with second half action here in Liberty Hill.
The team at E3 Wealth has deep ties with the Bastrop community, including longtime Bastrop residents Mark Caldwell and Chad Benoit, along with Bastrop alum Joe Quartucci and Bastrop Hall of Fame quarterback Terry Taylor. They want to wish the Bastrop football team, along with all the other athletic programs, good luck this season. Go Bears!
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
See what the Bastrop Bears can muster as the third quarter begins here on the road. Bastrop kicking it away to Liberty Hill, down by 15 points in this district decider. They are on a quest for the first perfect regular season since 1991, the first back-to-back district titles since 2002, before these players were born. But they are in a little bit of trouble here against the Liberty Hill slot T offense that is running pretty well. They have had the football 5 times, scored 3 touchdowns, 2 of those coming via short fields. As Balinga is going to try and make a play, returning this kickoff, beats one man out to the 10, but there to meet him and throw him down at the 12-yard line is Miles Johnson. And here comes the Liberty Hill offense.
First and 10, Liberty Hill.
So the Panther offense as we sort through some audio issues there. Takes the field with its worst starting field position since its opening drive when they started on their own 6 and went 94 yards for a score. How can this Bastrop front find answers as Balinga finds a crease and gets loose along the right side? Dylan Balinga, nobody is going to catch him. It's a touchdown of 87 yards, and Liberty Hill starts the second half with some fireworks.
Yards for the Liberty Hill touchdown.
His longest run of the 2025 season comes behind a big block off the right side of that line. Bastrop collapsed down towards the middle. The ball went off tackle. And the 2-point try for Benefield is stopped short. Kenyon Moore in to make the stop, and that's a big stop because it's still like 21-point game instead of 23, but the Bears certainly a little shell-shocked at the moment. Not a type of play that this defense has given up much all season long, and this Liberty Hill offensive line, which returned its 3 leaders, Simpson, McWilliams, and Harrison from last season, all playing a big role in springing Dylan Balinga free. And Balinga said earlier in the week that Liberty Hill, they know one speed. They play full speed every play, but in the second half, it can often look faster to opponents. It's a Panther team that ran for 576 yards on Pflugerville a couple weeks ago. They're now up over 280 yards rushing in this game. And there's a lot of football left to go. And because of the way this slot team can chew up the clock, it almost makes this a must-score drive for Bastrop as they try and answer to start the second half. 28-7 is the Liberty Hill lead here early moments of the third quarter. Bardo's big right leg sends it onto the yellow letters in the end zone for a touchback. And an offense that has been prolific all year long will try and turn its night around starting right here from the Bastrop perspective. $11:37 to go. So far, Nielsen has been sacked twice. Bastrop has fumbled in plus territory and been forced to punt a couple of times after drops and penalties moved them backwards. It's been a little bit of an uncharacteristic night from this offense so far as Jefferson Jr. tries to answer, and he cuts through a seam across midfield. Jefferson Jr. inside the 30 for a chunk play. That's a 45-yard run for Gary Jefferson Jr., breaking through multiple arm tackles along the way and setting up Bastrop with a chance to answer quickly. Jack Pitchford made the touchdown-saving tackle, and Alistair Vallejo got a hand on Jefferson Jr. in the backfield, but Gary would not go down. Now Weston throws incomplete low behind his intended receiver, Brent Carter, near the sticks.
Nielsen's pass to number 5, Brent Carter, falls incomplete.
And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. DJ Seaborn was out there covering Carter, number 0 in black, and the son of head coach David Seaborn. Seaborn, a coach's son himself. 43-year-old first-year head coach, stops at Gerald, Vista Ridge, and Travis. Understands this Liberty Hill culture inside and out, trying to put his own spin on it this year. As Nielsen, under heavy pressure, lost the football. It's free on the turf, and it's picked up by Liberty Hill. Fumble recovered by Gray Hargrove after 3 guys hit Nielsen at the same time. The blitz gets home, and the Panthers force their 2nd turnover.
From their own 37-yard line.
just when the Bears were mounting momentum. It is a second fumble of the night in plus territory, no less, and that time there were 2 free rushers, including Sims and Vallejo, just having a meeting at the quarterback. That is a really nice job by that Liberty Hill defense. On first down, it's Benefield. Bent over and down at the 39-yard line after a gain of 2.
Number 34, Preston Benefield carries forward 2 yards.
As the Panthers can smell blood here. Back to the line quickly. Balinga tripped up in the backfield, trying to drag Tiki Hola with him. Yeah, good luck doing that. Balinga still able to get a couple of extra yards out of it.
Dylan Balinga carries for 3 yards, tackled by number 55,
Tiki Hola, who had 17 tackles in this matchup last year, was just able to hang on and drag down the powerful Balinga there. 3rd and 5, 10:18 to go, third quarter. Motion man is Balinga. He's got it. Behind the line, trying to get around the corner. He cannot. Kenneth Hunt was there, as was Corey Evans and Cale Finley. It's 4th down for Liberty Hill at its own 41. And Bardo coming out to punt. Bastrop's defense, you felt, had to have a stop right there, and they got it. Liberty Hill only used about 1.5 minutes of the clock there. So all things considered, a massive win for the Bastrop defense right there, and they were on the ropes. Down 21 here early in this third quarter. And now confusion on the Bears side. They had way too many guys on the field. And Jake Greedle has to burn a timeout. Not at all what he wanted to do, down by 21. Knowing that they're going to need every second to pull a potential comeback here on the road. But he was worried that time about getting a penalty. So he spends the timeout getting his guys organized before Liberty Hill presumably punts it away. You know, playing at home, this senior-heavy Liberty Hill team has certainly had that little extra step about them tonight, a presence that you could feel even when they walked through the crowd before the game to their tunnel. We talked about their motto, back for blood, after a 9-3 season last year. That's great for a lot of teams, but by Liberty Hill standards, it was a little bit of a disappointing early exit last year as the Bears are coming after this punt. High snap, Bardo is hit, flag comes in. It's going to be a first down for Liberty Hill. Punt checks up at the 20. Bardo is down and grabbing at his right leg. He was hit there by the Bears trying to block a punt, make a play. Liberty Hill fans are booing. There's really no need for that. Bastrop's just trying to flip the game around by blocking a punt. But Bardo is down. It will be a flag. Correctly called here against the Bears. As we hear the referee. Punter Bardo is up. They got it on Regalado, who made the contact on Bardo. And if you're Bastrop there, it's just a risky run coming after a punt like that. The high snap certainly gave Bastrop a chance to be able to block it. However, Regalado ran into the punter. And so the Bears not only have to burn a timeout, but they gave the Panthers a first down at the 46-yard line. Another one of those plays where the Bears have a chance at momentum, only for Liberty Hill to take it right back. Freed gives up the middle. Moylan and Arnold converge, as well as Regalado, to bring down Preston Benefield.
Preston Benefield carries for 2 yards.
Benefield in the first half. 5 carries, 21 yards. One of those was a score from 4 yards away, which actually opened the scoring tonight for Liberty Hill. Panthers started the game by forcing a 3-and-out, pinned back on their own half of the field. Actually, at their own 6, they were able to move down the field in chunk plays as this slot T offense so often does. Motion man Belinga. It comes the other way on the counter. Spin move, Pitchford. He was dead to rights in the backfield, and he hit the circle button to get around the Bears defender. That's enough to move the chains at the 35-yard line. Terrific run by Jack Pitchford.
9 yards and pass for first down. They set a bounce by number 20, Moses Martinez.
Moy Martinez eventually forced him out of bounds on the play. Just over 9 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for Bastrop, but time can disappear quickly against a run-heavy Liberty Hill attack. Very important here for the Bears defense to try and stand tall. This is Freed handing it off, and space for Pitchford inside the 20 to the 10. Touchdown, Liberty Hill. Well, you just saw Pitchford with the spin move on the last run. Why not give it right back to him? And the senior steps through tackles, gets into the end zone. And Liberty Hill has really broken this thing open to start the second half. 34-7. The Panthers have scored 27 unanswered since we were tied at 7 in the second quarter. Good sign that Bardo's out there to kick the extra point after he took that hit on the punt. Remember, the roughing the punter penalty was what prolonged this drive to begin with. Tonight has been one of those games where Bastrop has given Liberty Hill a couple of openings, just little cracks in the door, and the Panthers, like good teams do, have kicked the door down and built a 28-point lead as a result. You're watching Bastrop Bears football right here on Vype Live.
For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com.
Now the trend continues. Liberty Hill taking advantage of short fields, playing complementary football in this football game tonight. And Pitchford scoring that time from 25 yards away. All 5 Liberty Hill touchdowns coming on the ground. And they have now over 325 yards on the ground in this game. Bastrop has been in Liberty Hill territory 4 times in this football game. Came away with just the 7 points on their second drive of the game. And you think about the way that last sequence went. Bastrop forcing the punt, then committing the roughing the punter penalty. It's almost like giving Liberty Hill a new drive in plus territory, no less. And if you think of it that way, that's 3 times in this game that Liberty Hill has started in plus territory and quickly cashed in. And they have really taken this game by the scruff of the neck now. Willie White trying to make something happen here. He knifes through 2 defenders and gets out to the 39-yard line with a good return on the pooch kickoff. 8:56 to go for a Bastrop offense that has only gone 3 and out 1 time in this game, but they've had a few problems. Number 1 has been the pass protection. Weston Nielsen's been under duress tonight from the likes of Alistair Vallejo, Ethan McMillan, Caden Cockburn, Spencer Ballou. It's been a really good performance by the Liberty Hill pass rush to make life very difficult on Weston Nielsen, who has yet to really connect on anything downfield. Hasn't been able to find those open guys quite yet. They've been covered well. Here, Weston throws to his big tight end, Brent Carter. He makes his first catch of the night, and it goes for a gain of about 7 yards, and there is a Panther down behind the play.
Nielsen's pass complete to number 5, Brent Carter.
It's the 3rd time tonight that Carter has been targeted. And the Panther, I should say, down behind the play is Hunter Sims, their senior defensive tackle, who already had to miss some time earlier this season. It's been a really good night for Sims, Vallejo, and McMillan, that front three for Liberty Hill. Much like the Bears say about their own front four, it really makes life easy on those linebackers who get a lot of the accolades on this defense, but it's those big boys up front that can set it up. Hunter Sims now up to his feet. And he will come off the field slowly. You know, you go back to the situation late in the second quarter. Bastrop had the ball driving down 7 with under 2.5 minutes to go. They had the chance to go to the half. You figure at that point, at worst, down by 7. But instead, the fumble on the little botched exchange between Nielsen and Jefferson Jr. Panthers pick it up, score and get the 2-point conversion before half. And then an ambush to start half number 2. Liberty Hill's run only a handful of offensive plays and scored twice. And now whistles before this play and a timeout called by Liberty Hill. So we'll take it with them. 8:50 left in the third quarter. Bastrop's behind the 8 ball here. 35-7 Liberty Hill in this district decider.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit NF.
Back to the action with Nielsen. Standing in under pressure again, dumps it down to his safety blanket, Carter, but he's brought down a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Tearing in that time on the QB pressure was Gray Hargrove, the linebacker.
Nielsen's pass complete to number 5, Brent Carter.
Catch goes for a loss of 1. Logan Neal made the stop for the Panther defense. Defensive coordinator last year, David Seaborn, is now the head coach, and he has this defense absolutely dialed in this one so far tonight. Bastrop facing third and a long 3. It's Jefferson Jr. running left, and he's brought down by the ankles for a loss of 1. Now what do you do? Caden Cockburn on the edge sealed the running lane off. And with under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, down 28, the way this Liberty Hill offense is humming, you almost have to go if you're Bastrop, and it looks like they are, or they'll at least try to draw Liberty Hill offside. Big play here. Liberty Hill crowd can sense it. Nielsen in the shotgun. 5-man rush. It's a screen. Jefferson Jr. cuts, and he's brought down right near the line to gain. It'll depend on the spot. Tackle was made by Seaborn out on the edge. Based on the initial look, Bastrop had enough, but a flag was down in the middle of the play, a hold against Bastrop. And that's just the kind of night it's been for the Bears. Struggling at times in this game to get out of their own way. So the Bears will leave their offense out there for 4th and 10. They say the hold occurred about 4 yards up the field.
4th and 10, Bastrop from their own 39-yard line.
And the clock runs at 7:15 to go. Nielsen checks the protection. He's been under heavy pressure all night, and Liberty Hill showing blitz again. They send 5. Nielsen stands in, throws, it's too tall. Incomplete, intended for Zach Wilkinson. And Liberty Hill takes over in plus territory again. That time, Bastrop was able to pick up the blitz, but Nielsen, sensing pressure coming, put that one just out of reach of his intended receiver. And this Bastrop offense, just untouchable this season, has been bested so far tonight by Liberty Hill's defense. Still a long way to go, but you figure Liberty Hill might not be done scoring in this one. 6:59 to go, third quarter. Panthers have scored their last 3 drives. This is Balinga, and he's hogtied by Arnold and Hola after a gain of 3 yards. Now the clock becomes just as much of an enemy for Bastrop as are the guys in black with the gold helmets who are winning the battles at the line of scrimmage tonight, playing the big downs better and taking advantage of every small Bastrop mistake, making the Bears pay. Balinga fighting for extra yards. Val Regalado wrestles him down after another 3-yard pickup. And at this point, Liberty Hill doesn't mind if it takes 3 or 4 yards at a time. That's almost better from the Panther perspective. Bastrop's got to get stops, and they've got to get him in a hurry. 3rd and 4. Third quarter halfway gone now with 6 to play. It has been all Liberty Hill since the closing stages of the first half. Pushing forward in the pile with enough for the first down. That's Muchoff. Or rather, Benefield, I beg your pardon. Muchoff was the one pushing.
Number 34, Preston Benefield carries for 5 yards.
Cravens comes off the field. That's strong end. He's replaced by Connor Harrett.
From the Bastrop, 28.
Another senior for a senior on this experienced Panther team that has played a near-perfect game tonight. Balinga running right, gets around the edge, gets inside the 20, and backpedals out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 12.
Balinga
5:13 to go.
10 yards tackled by Isaiah Arnold. First and 10.
It has been an avalanche of Liberty Hill momentum since the takeaway late in the first half that led to a touchdown. Up the middle, Benefield. Spun down by Kenneth Hunt after a gain of about 8 on the first down take.
Number 34, Preston Benefield carries for 7 yards, tackled by number 7, Kenneth Hunt.
Jake Riedel has a saying with his guys. Says some plays you squish the grape and drink the wine. Other plays you are the grape. Tonight, Bastrop is getting a little bit worn down here in the trenches in a way that they have not been in a long time as a flag comes in. And you know, you have to credit Liberty Hill in that sense because we know, having watched this Bears team all season, just how strong they are on the line of scrimmage defensively. You got guys like Tiki Hola, Kenyon Moore, Benoit, Regalado, Moylan, and Arnold. I mean, these are all going to be right up there for the all-district nominees. Some of them, you could argue, playing at an all-region or all-state level this year. But Liberty Hill, just a different beast, at least so far tonight.
Result of the penalty is 2nd down 8 from the
Penalty is only the 3rd against the Panthers' offense, and it backs him up to 2nd and 8. Freed gives to Balinga, and he's tripped up that time. And we've got some guys falling over behind the play. John Garza, the swing man, did a little somersault. Cale Finley shrugging as if to say, I didn't think he would go down that easily. Referees stay out of the fray.
1-yard gain by number 99, Val Regalado.
Regalado gets credit for the stop. Sets up a 3rd and 7 now. for a Liberty Hill team up by 4 scores and really doing a good job of using the clock on this drive. Under 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Balinga running right side, breaks through a tackle, stays on his feet, and loses the football in the end zone. He lost it on the way, and the fumble is recovered by Bastrop for a touchback. Boy, if Balinga gets in the end zone there, that is lights out, curtains, game over. But instead, a fumble is picked up by Bastrop. The Bears able to create a takeaway and maybe, just maybe, have a glimmer of hope in this ball game.
Bastrop from their own 20-yard line.
What a play by Bastrop's defense. Just when it looked like Balinga was walking in for likely the game icing score. Now with 3:16 to go, down 4 scores, at least you've got a mathematical shot and a victory much needed for this Bears defense. Couldn't quite tell who picked up the football there in the end zone. It happened on that far side of the field. Bastrop immediately to the bench to celebrate. What can the offense do with it? Nielsen to the flat. Wilkinson cut down by Seaborn. It has been such a good job of rallying to the football by this Liberty Hill defense, and Jake Greedle praised them for that. Talking about their film coming into this game. Bears have not been able to make those guys miss at the rate that they're accustomed to. It's been a good tackling night, a good assignment sound performance from this Liberty Hill defense against the Bastrop offense that usually makes defenses look foolish. Nielsen rolls right, chucks one deep. He's got Rangel, but it's incomplete and thrown behind him. Diego kind of curled back towards the middle of the field there. And the ball sailed over his other shoulder. Seaborn was covering Diego well on that play anyway. And it brings up 3rd down and 7 for Bastrop. Cowbells ringing in the Liberty Hill night. Nielsen stands in, fires, and it's incomplete. That was a rare misfire on a different page that time with Diego Rangel, who was open in the flat. Nielsen's throw went behind him. That is about as routine of a throw as you can get. But the Bears couldn't complete it, and now the punting group comes on. Missed opportunity there. And on their own 23-yard line, the Bears don't want to give Liberty Hill another short field.
Putting for Bastrop, number 88, Caden Laney. Back deep for Liberty Hill, number 7, Jack Pitchford.
Pitchford back deep to return at the 50-yard line here. As Laney punts against a slight breeze on this now 60-ish degree night. More pre-snap movement from the Bears, who are trying to get on the same page right now. That was actually a delay of game instead of a false start. I beg your pardon. Seeing some frustration body language-wise right now for Bastrop, and here's the kicker. The Bears, no matter what happens tonight, going to be a playoff team. Going to finish second in this district if the result holds, and these are moments where you can still learn a lot about your group, despite the scoreline looking this way, as Pitchford gets set to return the punt. And he is buried on the play by number 27, Grayson Thompson. Special teams coverage. Really nice job of covering that time by the Bears.
Jack Pitchford returns the kick.
But with this result looking ever more likely a Liberty Hill victory, with the Panthers retaking their place atop this district, potentially avenging the losses from a year ago, it's a Bastrop team that's going to have to learn from this and learn from it quickly, because everything that this team wants to accomplish in the postseason is still in front of them, regardless of tonight's result. Freed hurries under center, and the give to Benefield, who stays on his feet, gets inside the 20, one man to beat, and he's taken down by Willie White inside the 5. You're seeing a cumulative effect of Liberty Hill football right now. Toughness in the trenches.
First and goal, Liberty Hill from the 5-yard
Winning at the
line.
line of scrimmage and making this Bastrop defense look a little bit unrecognizable today. It is what Liberty Hill does. And Benefield, after that 30-yard carry, gets it right back, and that time he stumbles, losing his footing at the 2-yard line. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Liberty Hill seldom puts the ball in the air. They likely will not tonight, as they look to put the finishing touches on a momentous third quarter here. They came out of the break up 22-7, and they are pouring it on now. Freed. Give Balinga. Stays on his feet, but he's stuffed. He runs into Austin Moylan inside the 2. And that brings up a third down and goal with under a minute left in this third quarter.
Third down goal from the 3-yard line.
And a Bears defense that was able to force a fumble on the goal line on Liberty Hill's last drive, looking to stand tall in the shadow of its own goalposts again. Freed. Hands off, and Benefield spins his way in for a touchdown. Another Panthers score. And it is a night to remember in this district decider for Liberty Hill. My goodness. What a performance by this unique slot T offense that has led to so much success for Liberty Hill. Tonight, they have gotten the best of the Bastrop Bears. 42-7, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. As you're watching Bastrop Bears football here on Vype Live and the KView Plus app, which returns in just a moment.
For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com.
40 seconds to go, third quarter. It is 42-7, Liberty Hill. If you're just joining us, yeah, the scoreboard's correct. A game that a lot of us thought would be a barn burner has been one-sided since the later stages of the second quarter tonight. Liberty Hill, with the exception of a goal line fumble, has scored each time they have touched the football since the midpoint of the second quarter. 5 for 6 in terms of scoring drives during that stretch. Bastrop did force a punt when it was 28-7, but a roughing penalty allowed Liberty Hill to continue its drive, and it's just sort of been an accumulation tonight for Liberty Hill. The Panthers have been ultra sharp, ultra opportunistic as Regalado takes this kickoff out, dodging waves of tacklers and staying on his feet to the 23. But it has to be said tonight, Bastrop nowhere near their best. They have certainly helped Liberty Hill a few times in this game by putting the football on the turf, committing penalties. It's not been the type of complimentary football that Jake Riedel and his staff have made this Bastrop group known for over the course of the season. And they'll need to regroup going into the postseason after this one's over. You figure there'll be a couple more chances for this Bastrop offense to get on the score sheet in this second half. They have been across midfield 5 times in this game, only scored on one of those drives. Out to the flat, incomplete. Nielsen misses Wilkinson high. when Weston has missed tonight,
Nielsen's pass, number 17, Zach Wilson.
it has been high.
Second down.
Last year in this game, Nielsen threw for 197 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tonight, Weston barely over 100 passing yards so far. Has been sacked 4 times, including a fumble. Here he fires to the flat. Wilkinson hangs on and gets through a couple of tacklers out to the 27. Clock will run, under 15 seconds to go in quarter number 3.
Nielsen's pass completes, number 17, Zach Wilkinson.
As Jake Greedle calls in the play, Zach Wilkinson is going to take a play off here. On the sideline, a little bit gimpy. Well, he's going to get some time because the third quarter has just drawn to a close. Liberty Hill, a 20-0 advantage in the third stanza as they look to retake the district crown in front of their fans at Vance Field tonight.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Jake Herman back with you here at Liberty Hill, where Bastrop faces a 3rd down and 6, first snap in the 4th quarter. Nielsen backpedals, throws. Jefferson Jr. is blasted, incomplete, and the big hit came from Spencer Ballou. And a flag is down near the spot of that hit, so hold everything. Let's see what the officials have on this play here. It was a screen that Bastrop has run to great effect this year, kind of a blitz-beating play call by Jake Greedle. But Ballou diagnosed it and responded with authority. Let's see what the flag is, though.
After the flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Didn't get a number there on that unsportsmanlike foul, but referee mentioned it was after the play, so a clean hit from Ballou, but something afterwards from one of the Liberty Hill Panthers gives Bastrop a first down. That has been an uncharacteristic mistake for Liberty Hill tonight, who has played the cleaner of the 2 games. Andrew Carter in at receiver now for Bastrop. He's along the near side, matched up with Seaborn. Nielsen looking deep, has a man, Rangel, down the seam, overthrown and incomplete, and there is some real pushing and shoving behind the play. Alistair Vallejo is down without a helmet. He was going back and forth with Gary Jefferson Jr. David Seaborn, Liberty Hill's head coach, is out there wanting an explanation because, of course, his boys just got called for an unsportsmanlike penalty, so he was wanting the same type of foul to be called on Jefferson Jr. But no such flag came out. It'll be 2nd and 10, and the Liberty Hill fans are letting the officials hear it.
Second down 10 for Bastrop from their own 42.
On 2nd and 10. Nielsen fires on target. That's Rangel's second catch of the game at the 47-yard line. Looks like he is going to be about a half a yard shy of the first down. No, near side official actually gave him a better spot, so it is a first down. Regalado is in the game at tailback now for Bastrop. Perhaps a good move by Jake Greedle, letting Gary Jefferson Jr. cool off a bit after he was involved in some shoving. Give goes to Regalado, who was able to keep his balance out across the 45-yard line, down to the 43 for a gain of 5 yards. Liberty Hill student section, which has been engaged in this game all night. Loud after every snap. Quite the home field advantage here for the Panthers at Jerry Vance Field at Panther Stadium. A game that seemed to be headed for halftime within about one score as Nielsen drops back here under pressure, gets rid of it deep down the sideline, and some contact and a flag. It looked like Adrian Martinez had a step, and then Carson Nielsen grabbed him, and it'll be a penalty here against Liberty Hill. I fully expect this to be defensive pass interference once we hear from Christopher Esparza. But we haven't heard from him quite yet. 11:03 to go, fourth quarter. Bastrop driving, but this game perhaps out of reach now, down 42-7. Bears have not scored since their second drive of this ball game. And the officials are taking a extra few seconds here to sort this out and get on the same page. Liberty Hill has spent a timeout. They have not announced the penalty flag, though. So the chain gain is still set up for 3rd and 4. They threw a flag on that pass down the field. I would love for the referee to make an announcement here because the football hasn't moved yet, and now they've got 4 officials in the huddle. So while we have a second, with Liberty Hill on top 42-7, we can recap the way we got here. It was a 7-7 ball game midway through the second quarter. Liberty Hill took advantage of a good punt and then a 3-and-out forced by their defense to score with a short field to take the lead. That was late in the second quarter. Bastrop with the football late in the half, trying to potentially tie the game, fumbled it in Liberty Hill territory. Panthers picked it up, returned it to about the 40, and then scored a touchdown in the waning seconds of the first half to double their lead up to 22-7. Here's the call.
There's multiple penalties on the play.
Multiple penalties.
Pass interference.
We do have the defensive pass interference against Nielsen, Carson Nielsen. And then a roughing the passer penalty. And then an unsportsmanlike penalty against number 46, Gray Hargrove of the Liberty Hill defense. So the officials have come together here and enforced both the pass interference and the unsportsmanlike after the fact. Certainly in an effort to just try and get this game under control late with things getting chippy. It's been physical and, yes, at times one-sided. And Liberty Hill has now been flagged for unsportsmanlike twice in the last few moments. Bastrop got a couple of fouls like that earlier in the game. High tension with the district decider here, and you can understand the emotion from both teams. Officials trying to do their part to keep it under control. So Jefferson Jr. back in the game. And he gets the give, brought down by Alistair Vallejo, who's going to drive him backwards. Forward progress will bring Gary back near the line of scrimmage. Boy, Alistair Vallejo, you can just tell he plays with a chip on his shoulder. He has set the tone for this Liberty Hill defense tonight. Came into the game with only a couple of sacks this year. Tonight he has 2 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss. It's a young man who had 7 sacks last year, committed to Michigan over the summer. And yeah, I'd say the Wolverines have themselves a good one there at number 56. Brent Carter in the backfield here. Now he motions off to Nielsen's right. play fake that way and a bootleg for Weston. He fires, and it's caught inside the 10 by Diego Rangel. He's immediately tackled by Sebastian Evans. And now there is a Panther down. It's Ethan McMillan on their defensive line. But we've seen a lot of Panther defensive linemen come up gimpy in this game. I mean, those guys are giving all-out effort on every play. It's been physical, but quite a few of them have gone down at different moments in this game. But the good news for Liberty Hill is that all of them have come back. Remember, Vallejo walked off the field a little gingerly earlier. Now McMillan is a little bit slow to the bench. Training staff there to help the 6'5" Australian. He's got a rugby background, only played football the last 2 years. But he's turned into a terrific defensive end for Liberty Hill. 3rd and 5 at the 9 for the Bears offense. 9:44 to go. Low snap. Nielsen rolls right, breaks the tackle, fires end zone, incomplete, off the hands of his intended receiver, Brent Carter. Good coverage that time. Out in the flat by Will Barfield, the linebacker for Liberty Hill.
Nielsen's pass number 5.
I've been very impressed with the Liberty Hill defense tonight. Not just their pass rush, but the coverage down the field. And when Nielsen has had time to get rid of the ball, he has often found his receivers very well covered in this game. Bleachers shaking. Fans stomping their feet as loud as they were in the first quarter. 4th and 5, blitz coming. Nielsen steps up and throws. It's caught inside the 5 for a first down. Way to hang on to that one. Looks like it was Andrew Carter, the senior receiver, but there is a flag down, and it is in the defensive backfield. Let's see if that first down completion stands. Looks for the moment like it will, with 9:30 to go in a fourth quarter that is really ground to a halt because of all the penalties. If you're just tuning in, coming off of another game around the area tonight, Liberty Hill has scored 35 unanswered in this game, seizing momentum late in the first half and keeping it through the third quarter. Flag was a defensive hold, so that'll tack on an extra yard or so, half the distance to the goal from the end of the spot.
Penalty was declined. Be first and goal. Bastrop.
Correction. That penalty's a decline.
No, I beg your pardon. The penalty's declined, not what the official originally said. Defensive hold. Bears picked up the first down anyway. Andrew Carter with a nice catch over the middle. And Bastrop right now looking to score for the first time since their second possession of the game. Most of their drives tonight have stalled around midfield. They are 1 for 1 in terms of converting in the red zone. Gary Jefferson Jr. scored from 3 yards away for the Bears' lone points so far tonight. I don't envy these officials with tempers flaring down there on the field, but they have had a lot of lengthy huddles on this drive. It has been a slow pace to this one over the last 20 minutes or so of real time. Bears trying to punch it in. Nielsen on the speed option. Keeps it himself and stands in the end zone for a touchdown. That time he was able to beat the big defensive tackle Hunter Sims out in space and score his 4th rushing touchdown of the season.
Number 13, Western Nielsen.
And Carbajal comes on for the PAT. So a penalty-aided drive finds pay dirt for the Bears. And this offense that has been frustrated throughout the night has a little consolation prize here early in the fourth quarter. Again, a Bastrop team that is averaging 63 a game, scored 48+ in every game. Held to just the 14 so far in this one. As we step aside with 9:26 to go, you're watching Bears football on Vype Live and the KView Plus app.
The team at E3 Wealth has deep ties with the Bastrop community, including longtime Bastrop residents Mark Caldwell and Chad Benoit, along with Bastrop alum Joe Quartucci and Bastrop Hall of Fame quarterback Terry Taylor. They want to wish the Bastrop football team, along with all the other athletic programs, good luck this season. Go Bears!
Mr. Ridge 38, Westwood 34, final.
Well, the waning moments of what's been a fun regular season for the Bastrop Bears in 2025. Looking like they're going to come up one win short of matching the 1991 team. That's the last time the Bears went unbeaten in a regular season. Does not appear as though they'll be able to overcome this deficit tonight in Liberty Hill, but they will still go back to the playoffs and finish second in the district, barring a miraculous sequence here, down 28 with 9:26 to go in the game. Liberty Hill ready for an onside kick, but Velasquez just sends it deep, with Bastrop seemingly aware of the outcome at this point. It'll be an interesting test of character for this Bastrop team, who came into tonight's game full of confidence. Jake Riedel always tells his team to stay in the moment, always makes it about themselves, right? And trying to use each opponent as a tool that sharpens their skills. But this Liberty Hill team tonight is a very different type of opponent than Bastrop has seen this year, not just in terms of talent and quality, but in style. It is very difficult when you only see teams like this once a year. Part of the reason why this Liberty Hill program has racked up, well, almost 30 playoff wins in just the last handful of years.
Number 5, Bryce Mushal carries 4.
Last year as a younger team than they typically had, they finished 9-3, bowing out in the by-district round against Brenham. But this Liberty Hill team, I know they're not ranked right now. I know they started the year 0-2 as Judah Freed keeps it himself, round right side, tripped up by a submarining Willie White after he picks up the first down at the 38-yard line.
Judah Freed keeps
this Liberty Hill team certainly looks like a tough out. Certainly looks like a much better team than the one that lost 45-10 to Steele, 6A school, to start the season. And I think David Seaborn was confident in that. When I spoke to him earlier in this week, he said, to be honest, they were good losses. They made us correct the small details, made us call out our own mental mistakes. And he feels like his team a lot better for it. This is Balinga. Always seems to fall forward. Dylan Balinga has been a joy to watch tonight from a Liberty Hill perspective. 5'8" junior. Housed an 87-yard run to start the second half, and you can almost point to that as the play that started the avalanche for Liberty Hill. Pinned back at their own 13 to start the second half after some good kickoff coverage by Bastrop. Liberty Hill kind of zapped the Bears' energy, it seemed, with that 87-yard score, the longest of the year for Balinga, who is over 150 yards rushing tonight. Freed going to keep it again. He picks his way through and gets across midfield. So patient, so poised. Judah Freed, the senior, at the controls for this Liberty Hill offense. You know, back in 2022 as a freshman, Freed was exposed to that varsity team during their 2022 state semifinal run under Coach Walker, who at the time drew some parallels between Freed's potential and that of Reese Vickers, who was leading that team to the cusp of a state championship. And Judah Freed has certainly grown into this role with a lot of poise. Now he's going to put it in the air, and it's off the hands of Pitchford, incomplete. Ball had a lot of air under it. I'm not sure if Willie White tipped it, but Pitchford nearly got free for a touchdown. Would have been the third passing touchdown of the year for Freed, right as we were talking about it. Watching back that replay, it looks like Willie White might have saved the touchdown by tipping it, or at least doing enough to disrupt Pitchford, who had a step. Pitchford gets the handoff and scoots his way to the 43-yard line. Gain of about 4 on 2nd and 10.
Number 7, Jack Pitchford.
And another Panther is down, and also a flag just flew. A flag flew. I think it was one of the Bears that said something. Meanwhile, up to his feet is the offensive lineman that was down for Liberty Hill, their center, Jed Harrison.
Sportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 99.
The foul goes on Val Regalado, unsportsmanlike conduct. You figured the next one was going to go against the Bears after Liberty Hill was called for a few on Bastrop's last drive, and the officials at this point not letting anything go, just trying to keep this game under control.
Timeout. Bastrop.
As the Bears spend a timeout, this is likely just Jay Greedle calling his team over to coach him up on how to handle these last 7 minutes. Not going to be easy for Bastrop looking up at that scoreboard, but trying to leave Liberty Hill with their heads held high as the Panthers are on the cusp of winning the district outright.
Most accountants look back at last year. Most advisors won't talk taxes at all. At E3 Wealth, we focus forward on what's possible. Every dollar you don't send to Uncle Sam is a dollar you can invest, enjoy, or pass on. That's why we build proactive tax strategies for today and tomorrow. Don't pay more than your fair share. Contact E3 Wealth in Bastrop today at 512-549-3931 or by email at info@e3wealth.com. Go Bears!
7:07 left to go in Liberty Hill. It's been a chippy fourth quarter after, well, a lopsided third in Liberty Hill's favor. Jake Herman with you from high above Panther Stadium. We're outside, perched beside the press box, outdoors, up here on what's becoming a cool night. Harley Hudson is alongside on camera. Appreciate his hard work throughout the night, and as well as last week when we dealt with the strange situation with the lights at Memorial Stadium, one that Bastrop handled well the next day by taking care of Pflugerville. This is Benefield running through an arm tackle, gets a big pancake block, that time from number 82. And there is no 82 on the Liberty Hill roster, go figure. But it was a great block to set up that play for Benefield to pick up a 12-yard gain.
First and 10 Liberty Hill from the Bastrop 16.
Now, there was no Panther listed in 82, but that was a terrific block. And now the first carry tonight for Caden Timmons, a junior linebacker, or running back, I should say. Brought down by Hola after a gain of 1 yard. Clock diving down towards the 6-minute mark as Liberty Hill at 42 points right now. Still below its season average of 51. This is Timmons, and he cuts upfield and dashes in for 6 more. Touchdown Panthers with 5:51 to go.
15 yards for the Panther touchdown.
For Timmons, the junior, coming in now to give those seniors the rest of the night off. It is his 8th touchdown of the year, and he's done that in only 19 carries. Figure when he's in the game, Liberty Hill has usually imposed its will, as that's a high snap on the extra point. Nice play by Bardo to sprint back and fall on it. So it will be 48-14 and not 49. With 5:51 left on the timer from Liberty Hill, we step aside for a moment here on Vype Live and the KView Plus app.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Most accountants look back at last year. For over 30 years, E3 Wealth has been challenging the status quo on how people think about their money. There are a ton of options when it comes to tax and finance, but most of them use a one-size-fits-all approach. With E3, you will get something tailored for you. If you're ready for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation, please reach out to our Bastrop office at 512-549-3931 or email us at info@e3wealth.com.
Kicking off with a 48-14 lead are the Panthers here. Win tonight would move them to 8-2. Bring them to a perfect 7-0 in district play, making their playoff lives a little bit easier. Always tough to come out of this region with the likes of Randall, Iowa Colony, Brenham looming. Belton, a heck of a team this year as well. We'll have plenty of time to discuss that when the brackets are out, and both of these teams will certainly be a part of that. There's even an off chance that Liberty Hill and Bastrop could meet again in the postseason. As the district champs banner is brought out, that's what the ovation you hear is from the Liberty Hill fans. And now we see some different faces coming on for the Panther defense, including Alex Marino in there on the defensive line. Looks like Nielsen's still in there, and he fires one out to the flat. It is caught by Rangel, stays in bounds with a spin move out across the 40-yard line near the 45 before Gavin Flores took him down.
Nielsen's pass complete to number 11, Diego Rangel. Good for 18 yards. Pushed out of bounds by number 15, Gavin Flores.
You know, with this Bastrop offense on the field for what might be one of the final drives of this 2025 regular season, it's worth noting what this offense has achieved this year, both to tell the story of this Bastrop team, but also tell you how impressive it is that Liberty Hill's been able to hold them in check tonight. As Rangel motions on 1st and 10, Nielsen has time, loads up, goes deep, incomplete. Boy, a lot of contact, and yes, a flag comes out. This is going to go against Liberty Hill and Xander Avestras, who had the coverage.
Pass interference. Defense. 15-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage. First down.
Liberty Hill has taken a couple of defensive penalties tonight, but they have not allowed Bastrop to hit that kind of home run ball. And there's been a whole lot of 5- and 6-yard plays for Bastrop. They've been behind the chains. Liberty Hill has forced them to be oh so patient offensively, and they've been able to create negative plays and third down stops, as well as 2 turnovers tonight. Now Nielsen gets a low snap, fires out to the flat, and it's caught by Brent Carter. Nielsen able to do well to make something out of that play after the low snap. Brings up a 2nd and 8. So this offense for Bastrop broke the school scoring record last week by 2 points in that 70-6 victory over Pflugerville. Came into tonight with 567 total points as Nielsen rolls right. Flag is out, likely for an offensive hold. And Weston saunters his way out of bounds near the first down line, but there was some grabbing on the offensive line, and this will likely come back for a hold by the Bears. That's on the center, Braxton Bowden. It was a real standout for Bastrop in that win at Elgin. It's an undersized offensive line, coached by Kyle Spano, who has really worked wonders with this group because, like Jake Greedle says, they're not a bunch of maulers. They win in the margins. They win in the details. They usually do a much better job than this of buying time for Weston Nielsen. facing a very good front tonight as Regalado tripped up after a gain of 3 on second down. So it is the Bears offense that has broken the regular season school scoring record. They hope to be able to add to it in the playoffs. They're sitting right now at 581 points on the season. And if they get 19 more on the board tonight, so they'd have to get up to 33 points, they would reach 600. Only 20 teams have done that. As Nielsen rolls right, flutters to an open man, and it's off the hands of Brent Carter and incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and likely a punting situation for the Bears. As Nielsen put it on a platter that time, but they're unable to make the play. Looks like the offense will actually
pass to number 5. Brent Carter falls incomplete.
Stay on the field for the time being.
15.
Nielsen on 4th and 15. Heavy pressure, steps up, throws. That time Carter hangs on and jukes his way inside the 30-yard line for a first down. After dropping one on the last play, Brent Carter plucked that one right out of the air and helps Bastrop's offense stay on the field here. With 4:09 to go in the game. Would have been a first down anyway with a defensive holding flag called on Liberty Hill.
Mosley's pass complete to number 20. Correction, number 5. Brent Carter good for 21 yards. Tackled by number 30, Colt Gardner. 1st and 10. Bastrop from the Liberty Hill 26-yard line.
Regalado to the left of Nielsen. He gets the give here. And on that little counter concept, he twirls inside the 20. Actually, just outside the 20 at the 21-yard line.
Number 22, Isaiah Regalado carries for 4 yards, tripped up by Spencer Ballou. 2nd down, 6.
And only 3.5 minutes stands between Liberty Hill and the sweet revenge that they hope to exact on this Bastrop team tonight after the Bears claimed the district crown a year ago. Nielsen flutters one to the pylon, and it is incomplete. Off the hands of Brent Carter, who is doing a nice job on this drive getting open, but that's 2 now. And he'd like to have back.
Falls incomplete. 3rd down, 6.
Drop passes have been an issue for this Bastrop receiving core in this game. It started early on their opening drive, and Nielsen, likely it feels like that one should have been a touchdown. This time it's 3rd and 6, and he fires out to Rangel, who hangs on at the 15-yard line and muscles his way for a first down. This receiving core, again, without its leader, Dallas Crescenzo.
Nielsen's pass complete to number 11, Diego Rangel.
Despite those drops tonight, they've been pretty resilient. And Nielsen not afraid to go right back to him. One guy that we have not seen on the field in this 4th quarter is Zach Wilkinson, who went to the sideline on the last play of the 3rd. And at this point, if you're Jake Greedle, no reason to rush Wilkinson back out there with this game already decided. 2:48 to go. Handoff Regalado. And he's able to fit his way through down to the 10-yard line. That was a good little sidestep move from Isaiah Regalado, who has over 300 yards rushing this season.
2nd down, 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 with 2:25 left on the timer. Out of the shotgun, it's Regalado. Flag flies as Isaiah has first down yardage at the 5-yard line if this one were to stand.
There is a flag on the play.
There was a huge hole, and I think that was created by some holding. It was. That time they got it on the left tackle, Aaron Barcenas. all season long, Bastrop had allowed just 55 points in the second half. That's it. I mean, average of 6 in the second half the entire season. You think back to their second half shutout at China Spring, a road come-from-behind win. You thought, okay, if the Bears are going to do a similar thing tonight, it would start on the defensive side of the football. But it just hasn't happened tonight for Bastrop here on the road. It has been Liberty Hill's night, and it's the 2-minute timeout on what likely is Bastrop's final possession of this ballgame.
The team at E3 Wealth has deep ties with the Bastrop community, including longtime Bastrop residents Mark Caldwell and Chad Benoit, along with Bastrop alum Joe Quartucci and Bastrop Hall of Fame quarterback Terry Taylor. They want to wish the Bastrop football team, along with all the other athletic programs, good luck this season. Go Bears!
Well, we certainly appreciate those of you with us here on Vype Live and the KView Plus app. Jake Herman, Harley Hudson, on what's becoming a chilly night up here on the press box terrace, the roof here at this beautiful stadium in Liberty Hill. Jerry Vance Field with the words Jeff Walker tough, honoring their late great head coach on the near side. And Liberty Hill certainly played that tough, hard-nosed brand of football tonight. It's 2nd and 15, and Nielsen's pass caught by Rangel. And he shakes and bakes his way inside the 10, down at the 7-yard line, getting all the penalty yardage back and setting up 3rd and short.
Nielsen's pass complete to number 11, Diego Rangel, good for 13 yards.
Now, no quit in Weston Nielsen, who
pushed out of bounds by number 15.
is the type of quarterback and the type of personality when you talk to coaches in this Bastrop program where, he's not going to get too high or too low at any given time. As Regalado swallowed up there right at the point of attack. Good push off the edge by Jackson Howard, some of the second-string defense out there for Liberty Hill up front. Logan Neal was in there as well as Alex Marino. 90 seconds to go in the ball game. It's 4th and 2 for Bastrop. But Nielsen's just going to take this loss in stride. He's certainly somebody that stays even-keeled no matter the situation. He rolls to his right. Nielsen fires. End zone. It is incomplete. Intended for Brent Carter. And Liberty Hill takes over, a couple kneel downs away from winning District 11 5A D2.
Turnover on downs.
So, on a night where the stakes were high, an outright district champion was on the line, better playoff seeding, pride, momentum, you name it, that comes with it. Liberty Hill lives up to its mantra, achieves its goal of avenging this Bastrop loss. A game that both teams were looking forward to all season long. Was real tight up until the start of the third quarter, when Bastrop had a chance to maybe go into the half tied, or at worst down one score, fumble the football. And then the sequence that followed was a Liberty Hill touchdown to both end the first half and start the second half. And then a strip sack on Weston Nielsen that gave Liberty Hill a chance to really put their foot down. A performance that serves as that kind of signature win for first-year head coach David Seaborn, who's been a part of this staff for 5 years, the LBJ grad, who's put his own spin on the great traditions of Liberty Hill, keeping the slot T in place, but helping this defense develop so much from where they were at the start of the year, giving up 45 and 49 points to non-district opponents, to what they did tonight. And that is taking an offense that was an absolute buzzsaw from Bastrop and making them look like mere mortals. The final tonight in Liberty Hill, the Panthers 48 and the Bears 14. They will celebrate a district championship and the spoils that go with it, while Bastrop will suffer its first setback of the season, now 9-1 overall. They will head to the playoffs off our first defeat of the year, but still seeded second out of District 11 5A D2. Panthers did their damage as they always do on the ground. They forced a couple of turnovers, made life very difficult on the prolific quarterback Weston Nielsen, and controlled this game right from the start of the second half to its conclusion here in the fourth. So, on behalf of Harley Hudson on camera, our friends at Vype Live and on the KView Plus app help making this show possible. I'm Jay Kerman saying thank you so much for joining us, not just tonight, but throughout the season. We'll have you covered for Bastrop Bears playoff football as this exciting 2025 season continues with the postseason. Have a great night, everybody. We really appreciate you tuning in. Get home safe if you listen to us here at the stadium, and we will see you in the playoffs.